Most people who've tried to lose weight in the past have successfully lost weight. So the problem is not losing weight. People can do that. They might not be doing it properly, but they can do it. The problem is that as soon as they stop the diet that they've been given or they found online from somewhere, the weight comes back on. And it's because everybody teaches you exactly how to lose weight and everything's about losing the weight. But people don't teach you, one, how to do it properly, and two, how to keep it off afterwards. I see it every week. People come to me and they've lost 10 kilos before and they go, I know how to diet, I've lost weight before. And then it's come back on and then I just go back to how I dieted before. And then it's come back on again and I go back to how I've dieted before and I lose the weight again. And then it's come back again. This isn't how to do it properly and it's why people are struggling. What you need to do is learn how to maintain the weight loss after the diet. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it in this video and exactly why coaches don't want to teach you it. Coaches don't teach people how to maintain after the diet because one, they want them to keep coming back to them, and two, it's not glamorous for social media to be posting about clients who've maintained their weight rather than losing it. It's so much easier to post results of clients who've lost 5, 10, 15, 20 kilos than it is to post the result of the client who lost 20 kilos and then stayed at that weight for a year. I've been coaching clients now for up to 8 years. And I get my clients to lose from 10 to 30 kilos. And this is people with high demanding jobs working 50, 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. They're working, running teams and running squads and running businesses, but they can't get their diet right. And then they come to me, I show them the simple tricks and the simple formulas that I put in place. And then they absolutely nail it and they stay in shape. I've got a client at the moment who's lost 30 kilos in total. He's been with me a couple of years. And he's stayed around that body weight now for around 6 months. I know exactly what I'm talking about on this topic. So seeing as though I'm going to teach you more about the dieting side, you're going to need the training side as well. So I'm currently giving away the exact program that I'm using now for a 4-day-a-week program designed to specifically target upper body, to grow muscle in your upper body and to keep the muscle there while you're dieting. There's going to be a link in the description to access that. So why does this cycle keep happening to you and everybody you know where you will lose weight, gain it back, lose weight, gain it back? And it's simple. The industry makes so much money on the dieting side. So they don't want you to learn how to maintain, right? All the supplements are based at how to lose weight. All coaches are advertising how to lose weight. No one's really talking about how to maintain afterwards because it doesn't look good, as I mentioned earlier in the video. It's not that sexy thing of, oh, look at this person who's lost loads of weight, and it doesn't look good on social media posts either. So it's not really you, and it's not your willpower. Nobody is designed to be in a calorie deficit forever, which is just what a dieting phase is, right? All the coaches are doing, all the people who are selling you these programs are trying to do is put you in a calorie deficit because it's the only way to lose weight. You can't stay in a calorie deficit forever or you would die, right? So what they want to do is teach you and sell you that calorie deficit and then you go away, you don't understand how to eat after the calorie deficit, so you gain all the way back and then you go back to them and pay them again for the exact same system on repeat. You don't have the knowledge around food, you're just following instructions rather than understanding why you're eating like that and why it's actually working. What they then tell you is it's your willpower. You just couldn't keep it up forever. Well, we all have fucking lives, right? We all want to be able to go to the pub and have a beer. We want to be able to go out and eat food with family. So what I want to teach you is how to lose the weight, then how to maintain it. For example, how I managed to go on holidays and stay within a weight range. I'm happy to do so, not really gain weight while eating breakfast out, while eating lunch out, while having beers, while then eating an evening meal out. I have done this because I've followed the process I'm about to talk to you about over and over and over again. So I've mentioned a couple of times now dieting phases, so let's explain what this is. So with clients who come in who may have lost weight with previous coaches or previous methods of dieting, what I get them to do is I speak to them straight away and I say, right, we're going to do dieting phases and maintenance phases until you've lost the amount of body fat that you want to lose. Then we look at building phases. So what does that look like? A lot of people follow the cycle I've just mentioned where they lose weight and then go back to eating like a child again and gain all that weight back. And then they follow that cycle. And what tends to happen is every time they go through the cycle, they end up back in a worse position than when they first started, right? So what do I do with clients? I put them through a dieting phase. The length of the dieting phase is determined by how hard they want to push at the beginning, how much willpower they do have and how hard they can push for a long period of time and how well it fits in with their current lifestyle. So this could be anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks, sometimes 16 maybe, but not all the time. Then what we would do is we'd go into a maintenance phase, because nobody's going to be able to just stick to a diet for that long, right? We would change calories throughout that dieting phase to make sure they're keeping on losing weight. If the weight stalls for a couple of weeks and we're looking at their weekly average, we would then decrease calories or would increase output by adding cardio in. Then what we're going to do is we want to give you a bit of freedom back. You don't want to be dieting forever because you're just not going to stick to it. Nobody's going to stick to that unless you may be going on a bodybuilding stage, but every single person I work with doesn't want to do that. You want to still be able to go out for meals. So what I would say to them is, here's 8 weeks where we're going to push super hard. We're then going to go into a 2-week maintenance phase. So let's plan for in that 2 weeks for that to be when you're doing more socializing, you're going out meeting friends, you might be booking a holiday. And what we're going to do is you're not just going to eat like a child and order Domino's pizza and McDonald's breakfast. What you're going to do is we're going to increase your calories to a maintenance calories, right? So you're not going to really gain any weight in that phase. But what it's going to do is it's going to get rid of diet fatigue. It's going to increase the willpower and increase excitement for the next dieting phase. And then we'll go back into that next dieting phase. Once that's done, your body's refueled. You've got rid of sort of any fatigue and diet fatigue that's built up. So if we lose, say, 5 kilos in that first 8 weeks, we might gain a kilo back in the maintenance phase, right? So that's a net loss of 4 kilos over that time. These are very conservative numbers. We do lose a lot more than this with clients. If we then run that 3 times, that's 12 kilos gone in 30 weeks, right? So just over half a year, that weight is gone. That's 12 kilos off. And they've had phases where they've learned how to maintain that loss within that, so they know what it takes. That might be the amount of body fat they want to lose, but let's say they want to ramp it up and lose 20 to 25 kilos. We would keep just doing them phases of dieting phases, maintenance phases, dieting phases, maintenance phases until they've lost the amount of body fat. Then what comes next is a building phase. So then what we want to do is build muscle mass. So the reason that I can go on holiday and eat 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day for 4, 5, 6 days and not really gain any weight is because I've done these building phases which have made me be able to burn calories at a ridiculous rate when I'm doing any form of activities, right? So that's what we'd then do next. So we do dieting phases until they're lean enough to go into a building phase. And then the building phase works the same, it's just stretched out even further. So what that would be is slightly increased calories each day for a period of 12 to 16 weeks. We then might do a 3 to 4 week mini cut after that to get them to lose the body fat, which they will ultimately gain within that building phase. And then we go back into another building phase. And then we keep doing that until they've got the physique that they want. Does this sound like it's going to take ages? Yeah, but you've got the rest of your life to get into shape. Stop chasing fast track. I want to look like a bodybuilder or one of the people in the top 1% of physiques by tomorrow. It's not going to happen. So the conclusion to this is what then happens to my clients. But they stay and want to go through the phases a lot of the time. But once they've gone through all of these phases, they know exactly how to eat. They know exactly how to train. And they stay with me because they either love the accountability or they want to keep pushing to that next level. So if this sounds like where you are now, you're wanting to get to the point where you lose anywhere between 10 to 30 kilos and build a physique, not just get skinny, drop me a message on my Instagram. My Instagram link will be in the bio. Come and work with me on a one-to-one basis and I will teach you exactly how to implement this into your specific lifestyle. It's not a plug in and play and everyone goes off and does the same thing. We build this program around the individual and I work with them on a one-to-one basis. This isn't you come and work with me and then I have a team doing it in the background. You literally work with me. And I will teach you exactly how to do it. So first thing, download the program so you can plug this in alongside these dieting and maintenance phases. But if you're ready to come and have me build it all out for you and teach you exactly how to fit this step by step within your lifestyle, drop me a message on Instagram and I can get you started straight away.